Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes. I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final round-robin game in the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series event number 2 here at the Beaumont Curling Club. It's brought to you by Curling Stadium Beaumont. I'm Jim Nix. I'm here with Terry Corbin and Jaiden Bishop working in the back to bring this game to you, and we've got a couple of teams that are both 2-0, so we expect to have a pretty good game here with Ryan Jacques and Daylan Vavrek. Terry, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Battle of the Albertas. Both teams playing out of Alberta, and I think we've determined that Team Vavrek won this event last year.
That's correct, yeah. I was trying to look up a little bit of info on them early, and they won this, and they won the Boston Pizza Cup qualifier last year as well. But apparently they're not a team that plays a whole lot, so we haven't seen or heard of them a whole lot. But it's just that time of year when they start to play a little bit, and I guess they can make some noise at provincials and that type of thing too. So probably a pretty good team.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're all decked out. We got green on this ice with Team Jacques as well as Team Vavrek, and I'm looking forward to a really good game.
So we're underway here, just a couple rocks in. So it looks like Vavrek does have hammer in this one, and with both teams 2-0 hadn't played each other yet, obviously in a round-robin format, so they would have done a draw to the button for hammer, and they managed to pull that out. And right away in the first end here, everybody's going pretty hard for the first 3 rocks. That's great to see.
Yeah.
Pretty short there for Team Vavrek. Vavrek's leads is Evan Asmussen. So staggered guards are not gonna help him a whole lot. Help Ryan a little bit more than they will him for sure, but lots of time and lots of chance to open that up a little bit.
Yeah, he probably would have this when we're talking about just missing. Daylan probably would have preferred that was a little heavy versus a little short, and he's got the hammer. Yeah. We saw this team last night. Jordan Tardy throwing here, second stone for Ryan Jackson, right? Jordan had a great game last night. Yeah,
the team overall had a good game, and Jordan particularly had a good game, so he can be a bit of a difference maker. He's throwing up against Carter Lautner's the second stone for Daylan Vavrek's team, and so we haven't seen them yet. So we're like you guys, for some of you at least, that be new to you. Some of you might have seen these guys a little bit more, obviously being from the area.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that this is going to end up being a match of, the skip that can bail the team out when he has to.
Sure. Nice looking slide there for Carter. Take a look at that delivery. Got a little tap here.
It's going to be in trouble because it knocked off a rock that was on the center line. Or are we in fifth?
No, I think we're okay.
We're okay. Sorry. Sorry.
That's okay. We just one rock earlier, and that couldn't have done that.
Yeah, my math skills have deteriorated.
It's okay. Just count those little dot things. That's what I do. As long as Jaiden's counting right up back there, we're good. We'll be able to figure it out.
That's right, eh?
Yeah. So the intern draw for Jordan now. Jordan Tardy, brother of Tyler Tardy, who most of you know is played the third stone these days for Kevin Cooey. If nothing's changed on that team since the last time we checked, so
No, it's still intact as far as we know.
So this looks like a nice shot coming right around, which is, I think, a good call here early on.
Yeah.
He doesn't bounce off too much. Very nicely done. I think yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think they gotta clear up the front here. Try and get the double peel here. Just a little high.
Yeah, and that'll be the call for Carter Lautner.
Yeah, you could even get lucky and run that red right into the pile.
Yeah, very well could, yeah. Might have been a tiny little bit wide, but and he's going to be okay. Going actually straight back, a bit of a surprise, but thought he'd take it a little bit the other way just so he didn't leave that guard there, but maybe he didn't have a chance. He might have been just airtight or something coming out. Opted for the straight back, got rid of one guard, and the guard's out further now, so there's a little more wiggle room to work. Ryan Jacques will put the guard back up. Ryan looking to win this one and move on to the playoffs so he doesn't have to do any work with us tomorrow. Get the day off.
That's right.
He's playing well, so good for him. They had a pretty, I don't know if it was an easy game, but it was fairly cut. They managed to get a couple 3-handers earlier today, and they won that game early too. I saw the very end of that one. So
yeah. This is Ryan Perront.
Yeah, third stone for Jacques. Just trying to tuck it inside the red.
Yeah, called and made.
Yeah, good shot. Should be fairly easy to get rid of both of these. Definitely want to take it high over the top of the yellow so you don't leave it on the center line again.
Yeah.
Third stone, Tristan Steinke. It's either Steinke or Stinky. I'm not sure which, but we're going to go with Stinky. And it might for now. It might change as the game goes on. He's going to come down and have a chat about it. He doesn't really love what he's seeing here, or maybe he just needs to see a little bit more about how close they are and that sort of thing. Sometimes from the other end, it's hard to tell, and you have something in your mind. It might not be the same thing as the skip, so you got to both be on the same page here.
Yeah, it's funny. I played with a guy that he always had to come down and see the space between the rocks, or it wasn't good enough. Just his visual from the hack, and having a little quick chat about it. It's like, what's going on here? Like, do you not trust the ice that we're? I know ice. I got to see it. Like,
yeah,
sure, I understand that, because sometimes you get, what I guess looks like a somewhat obvious shot, but if you don't see it, it's so hard to throw it.
Yeah.
So they're having, I think, more or less a discussion about, I'm just going to guess Tristan might have been interested in being a little bit more aggressive, and Daylan just not quite there yet. I like this call.
Yeah, I think this is the call for the first end for sure. It's I don't know. I'm not sure if they were 100% on the same side as far as where they wanted to hit that rock either. But anyway, they got it figured out now. They're going to play whatever it is. Going to play an out-turn peel. We know that much. They're just not quite sure which side they're trying to hit on yet.
Yeah, I think they're trying to go over the top.
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me. It looks pretty good. There he goes.
A little unlucky.
Yeah, a little unlucky, but good shot overall. It was, you got rid of the ones on the center line, and you don't have a draw path on the intern side right now, which is unfortunate. But if you have to have it, but I like the look of this team already, though. I saw some really nice deliveries in the first three guys, so I think it's always an easier game if you throw like that. You don't have to throw it that way all the time, but when you have nice perfect slide, it's a lot easier, I think. I used to remember that, but not anymore. Now it's a little different. It's just kind of whatever whatever happens, happens. But third, Ryan Perrott now will be asked to put up a guard here. Something a little bit tighter probably, but not in. So Jacques is certainly looking pretty good here. Other than the fact he doesn't have a hammer, he's got everything else going for him this end. He's got 3 rocks in the house and 2 of them in the 4-foot area on the center line looking to be guarded. So that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, it looks pretty quick. I mean, I got 14-1 there on hog to hog. So, that, like you said, I think it's a little deeper than they wanted.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think quite a bit. I don't think he was looking to be in the house. It's especially without hammer here, he's going to be, now if these guys can make it leaving a double and just stay right around there in the center there to be pretty good. And Ryan probably has to deal with it. Yeah, I think the end just maybe got a little bit easier for the Vavrek team, at least as far as being in big trouble now. A chance to kind of take most of that trouble away on this one.
yeah, I mean, I kind of like a half a rock on the broom side,
Yeah.
and maybe roll into that yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, into it or at least over behind the corner would be good. So I don't like the knees on the ice part, but
Yeah, I know.
well, it didn't work out quite as good as they hoped.
Yeah, they kind of had to hit that on the high side.
Yeah. So Ryan now will have to decide what he wants to do. There's a couple of options here, Terry.
Yeah, it's I guess how aggressive do you want to be, right? I mean, that's a dangerous rock, that red rock for Team Jacques.
Yeah, he could play the red, just a little, almost a nose hit, sit right there, or even a little tiny bit of a flop behind the guard. But
I like that shot. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, probably the right shot for sure. It's there's not really a lot of other good shots you can come around that one, but that red one can run into those yellows pretty easily and maybe set up a deuce even for Vavrek, and you don't want that at this point. You've got him in pretty big trouble. So
yeah, I mean it's a pretty easy tap as well. You would think.
Yeah.
Coming into the center there, they would have thrown that during practice, and I kind of like this shot here. It looks like he's playing kind of a down weight.
And we saw Ryan Jacques last night, and we know that takeout weight that he likes to throw seems to be in that kind of a boardish sort of weight, a little more than board, but not much. Just something that you can really nicely control and manage as it goes down the sheet. So that's that. I think this is what he'll be throwing here as well.
Yeah, and it looks like it's kind of good sweeping ice as well.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit soft or a little bit tight on this. I'm not sure, but working hard on it. I think he's going to be okay. Got to hold it, though. Got to hold it up. He's going to lose one, or almost lose it. Not quite, but it's okay. It worked out all right. It would have been better to work out the other way if he'd been able to hold it a little straighter. Might have been just a little tight, maybe.
Yeah, he can. I think he really wanted to keep that his shooter right on the center line. This allows Team Vavrek to play either the in-turn or the out-turn.
Yeah.
You could play the kind of a quiet hit. You can play the straight draw.
Yeah, probably first hand a little bit. It's just what you're gonna feel comfortable with here for sure. I think, I don't know for sure if he can come around the long guard and on the out turn and get to the yellow that's on the neck of the bird there. But that's one shot. He could come. Looks like could come right around either one around that 12 guard under the guard, but the rock in the 12 foot there. He could come in turn or out turn around that probably if you wanted. Looks like he's going. Not really sure. It looks like an awful lot of ice to go around the red, or is he just trying to maybe get right to the tee line, partly buried behind the yellow?
I think he's trying to go right around the shot stone.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be my guess. I mean,
I think that's a fair guess. I would be probably a little more defensive than that. I'd probably be trying to just sit or tap on the yellow that's on the, like I say, the neck of the bird just to. But anyway, here we go with Daylan Vavrek now.
Well, the thing too about this shot, I mean, he's probably going to have to throw this shot on his last one. So
Exactly,
this
yeah.
this might be a fairly good practice shot. They're sweeping it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's quite got enough weight. It's hard to tell sometimes looking at it from
He's
there.
got enough weight. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all line now.
So pretty nice weight for the first shot of the game. Just didn't curl. Either didn't a little light for the weight for what the shot he was playing if he's trying to go around it, and just didn't curl enough to get to the other one. So unfortunately, he's left really Ryan Jacques with an open hit to sit 5 here. And if he sits right there, Terry, he's going to make the
Yeah, if he noses that, that's
makes the scoring a little tougher for Vavrek for sure.
yeah, if he noses that, Vavrek may have to also just try and nose it and give up one.
Yeah, which would sound probably pretty good right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna throw any in-turn draws or anything like that here. Looking at 5.
Yeah, you can. What do they always say? You can't win it in the first end, but you can lose it in the first end.
Yeah.
So I think they use that saying in multiple sports, but we're using it for curling tonight. So. So the winner of this, as we said, will move into the playoff round for sure. 6 teams qualify out of the 12 for the playoffs. The nice thing, though, if you go 3-0 here, is potentially there could be 3 teams that go 3-0, and I'm not quite sure how they'll decide on the who gets the buys to the semis, but I'm sure it's on the draw to the button. I'm pretty sure it'll be on the draw to the button. So yeah, but you probably got to be 3-0 to have a shot at that, or you're going to have to play in the quarterfinals in the morning.
Yes, I would assume so.
Ryan Jacques a little light on this, I think. We got by. Very nice. Very nice. And he could have stood a couple more feet away, I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he did get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Daylan's thinking, I need a hit and a roll to get my 1, but I'd take a nose hit now and get on to the second end real quickly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that would make most sense for sure. The other way, you got to play. If you don't going to do that, you got to do a really fancy in-turn draw through a port that may or may not even be there because of the guard, or you got to go way out there and go around on the out-turn. And if you do that, boy, you're a much braver soul than most in the first end drawing against 5. I think you follow Ryan down there, and that's good enough. Whichever happens, whether you score or you give up 1 is fine.
Yeah, as you said, I think given the way this has gone and evolved, giving up 1 is not the end of the world.
No, not at all. And I do like the look of this team. Like I said, I haven't seen this team, and I certainly like the way they look throwing the stone, and it's half the battle. So going to be straight down the same line. Sorry, Terry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this is, one of those opportunities, like as a skip, like, this end has not gone the way you hoped it would, but now you've got to bail this team out here.
Yeah. So pretty clean release. I think you should be okay.
This needs to curl.
Yeah. Just come up a little bit.
Yeah, he's fine. Good weight. I thought he had thrown.
Will he get the roll and score, or will he just be happy with the one? Yeah, they took a pretty passive approach to that, getting a roll part. It's just kind of feeling good about it. Make sure we don't do anything foolish like oversweep it and have it roll out. So, So Ryan Jacques will pick up a steal of 1 here in the first end, and we will move to the second end when we come back.
What do you got? You got 1, you got 2,
Just 1 more throw, please.
You
make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So we're back for end number 2 here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Event 2, brought to you by Curling Stadium Beaumont. We are at the Beaumont Curling Club. Jim Nix with Terry Corbin, and we're looking forward to what we think is going to turn into a pretty good game here. Daylan Vavrek, first end. If you happen to be just popping in right now, just made a nice hit against 5 in the first end to score 1, and Ryan Jacques takes over with hammer here in end number 2.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, we don't know a whole lot about these guys. It doesn't look like Team Vavrek's played a lot this year, but with the tankard playdowns coming up, I think it's even called the Boston Pizza Tankard. They're getting in their reps now, I guess, and they should be nice and fresh. Certainly, one would expect that Ryan Jacques is the favorite in this game with a little bit higher ranking, but we're talking slim pickings when it comes to naming a favorite here.
Sure thing. So Ethan Drysdale came up a little bit short on that one. Trying to draw right around, set on the red one.
Mm-hmm.
After Asmussen made a nice come around.
We've had some real good finish on as we've seen there, both today and yesterday. These rocks finish really nice. Just a little light.
Yeah, a couple of rocks back to back light on that side. Yeah, Tim Yo does the ice, or Matt Yo does the ice here at Beaumont. He is with Tim's Ice Manufacturing, and they have a number of clubs in the area, and I think the area is pretty broad as well. I'm not exactly sure how wide he goes with his services, but great ice conditions for sure, and he plays an integral part in all these events that are happening in Beaumont. If you look up their calendar, they have a whack of events, competitive events on weekends, and most weekends are booked up with something going on. So nice activities to have at the club.
Do you know where Beaumont is in relation to Calgary?
Do I? No,
okay.
I don't. It's a good question, though.
Well, I'm going to look it up.
Okay, good. Probably knew 2 months ago when we started all these things, but it's that memory's not quite what it used to be.
So I don't know if you've had any bad weather out your way, Jimmy, but I see Saskatchewan got bombarded, and we're getting it here in central Ontario, a big snowfall. Bracebridge and I think it was Sault Ste. Marie were digging out of a bunch of snow.
Oh, wow. No, we don't allow snow down here till the 15th of December. So.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yeah. Well, some years somebody forgets that that's the rule, but Most years it's actually a little bit later. We do when I moved here from Ottawa. I remember because I was in the golf business and on the egg side, and we would wait for it to get close to snowing to put in our final winter application of fungicide to protect the turf. And man, I'd wait. Never seemed to ever come, but finally come around Christmas time. So lots of times we won't have snow until just before Christmas or just around Christmas. So a little miss there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit messy here for both teams, really. It's kind of,
Yeah.
Vavrek's got one in, he's got hammer, but he doesn't have shot rock right now. So Ryan Jacques can kind of come down and corner that red one, just sit on the corner of it, sort of protects his own at the back, and get some ups. Some really cool looking logos in this circles at this club. I like that.
Well, I've as I told Dave Schmel, I do not like the dinosaur because I find it hard to see the T line.
Yeah, no, I hear you're there, but still, I think it looks great.
Yeah, no, the optics are wonderful.
Yeah, we got sailors, we got dinosaurs, we got
Birds.
Everything going on. Birds, yeah. So this is going to not curl quite as much. Well, it's not bad. It would have liked to have been a little tighter to the red, but it's not bad. I don't think he can get to the nose of that. He's going to have to maybe run something into it.
That looks edge on edge.
Yeah.
So,
again, another chance you could get them all again. Like we talked about that in the first end. It is possible to get all the yellows in the shot.
That one, the yellow that's touching the center line may come off the red and into the pile.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I think it is. Beaumont's one of Alberta's 4 officially bilingual municipalities.
Oh, go ahead.
And so we were talking about parent. and he said it's Alberta, so it shouldn't be parent, but it's a bilingual community.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's
it really is, and it's actually just south of Edmonton.
Yeah, I would actually have not. If I had to bet $10 on it, I would have thought there was no bilingual communities in Alberta. I would have just assumed that was the case.
Yeah,
unless you went maybe far up north, perhaps, and you had to get into maybe some indigenous communities or something that might exist up there. I really have no idea, but it might have some different languages there. But anyway, that's good to know. So Ryan Perrott has got the out turn, play the same shot they've been playing. They didn't really get as much out of that peel as they had hoped to get.
Yeah, that's true.
This one looks pretty good if it doesn't go too deep. I think it's going to be okay.
Just don't want to bounce. That's a good shot, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. So Team Vavrek's been chasing most of the game so far. They don't need a lot to turn it around, though. Make a really good little freeze here or something, and you might set something up good for this end. Third stone, Tristan Stanky.
And it might be pronounced stanky. Just, when you think of, like words like neighbor and the way it's spelled. I mean, it may be an A sound. The two vowels come together. I don't know. This is heavy.
When I first looked at it, I thought it looked like a stein, like a beer stein.
Yeah.
I thought it might be Steinke, and it still might be, but...
Yeah, it very well might be.
If there's anybody out there watching the game that's on the YouTube site and has a better idea than we do, we're welcome to opinions, especially on names. It's not always the easiest thing. So Ryan Perrott now will probably play a little bit of a tap and roll, I would imagine, on this red one that was just thrown. Ryan Jacques already sitting one. Be careful here. You don't want to really, if you're going to play this, you really want to get to the inside. We noted last night about how low Ryan gets on the delivery. He's down there. He's down there where the real tuckers go, and he not a tucker. He's a little off the ice with the heel, but a long way from being a tucker.
Good shot.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, very good.
And the angles are good for him on the front too, as well.
Yeah.
So.
Very true. This is a pretty good end that's now evolving for Daylan Vavrek. Or Vavrek, sorry. I don't know what I said.
That's okay. So Bren back here. Trying to get probably more than just that guard. There's not a lot of red in the house to help him either. That's the thing.
I know, and I'd be worried that you'd lose an end like that. Oh dear.
That's pretty unbelievable when something like that happens, you know, because you could stay out there all day and try to make that run back and pick that one out clean like that, and you may not ever make it, and things aren't going your way in this end as it is, and now it's just like goes from bad to worse, and that's just hard luck. I don't know how you'd ever make that way if you were trying. With only a couple rocks each to come in the end, it's going to be interesting to see where Ryan opts to put this one.
Yeah, we're down to Skip's rocks, and
I
mean, I thought maybe he might block the hole there, but I do like this call as well.
Yeah, I hear you on the hole. I guess the only thing in on the hole is that if you're going to go through there, you're going to have to go through with a little bit of weight on it, and probably not. You know, you're probably not staying with whatever you hit, and you're not going to get more than one of them.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
I guess he's.
That's why I like this shot.
Yeah. So where is he going here? What's the call here?
Well, I think he's trying to go right in and around the top, the yellow on the 8-foot.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get a good time on this and a good idea of how fast it is running. As we talked last night, Ryan. Very deliberate, good routine.
Yeah.
The way this is curling, I think he might have been throwing it short because this is like way over.
So maybe just playing the guard on the run back, you think? Possibly?
Yeah, I mean, because like that. that was not. I don't think that was enough ice to get around everything.
Well, no, and it's what 6, 12, probably 15 feet.
Yeah.
I don't picture him being that light.
Yeah.
So maybe he was. Maybe that's what he had in his mind. He might have been. Maybe he was thinking of cutting to the inside of the red one, but he guards it either way.
Yeah.
The port slightly smaller. If Vavrek was thinking of going through that port, he's in a tough spot right now because he doesn't have a lot to work with. Probably play the out turn come around, but he might be playing to give up one again.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, he's in a pile of trouble, so part of it's, you know, minimizing the damage, and the other part is, you know, trying to get his one and get this game tied up.
Yeah. Now, he definitely could. He could play the raise on the red that's just by the Tim's Ice logo there, and he could actually get shot rock with that, shot rock buried with that if he wanted to, but it's one of those that do you play it or not play it right now? Because if you play it right now and don't make it, then you definitely have nothing on the next one. So he's going to play the out turn, come around just to the corner of the one on the button, I assume. That would be probably the best place for him to be. He's got his slider caught something there.
I just wonder if this is, I mean, when the weight comes off, these things just bust hard, and
Yeah.
I almost think that you have to be right up to the edge of the 12.
Yeah, you might be right. We'll know once somebody gets one to the house
Yeah.
from out here.
Come on, Daylan, make a liar out of me, buddy.
Yeah. Daylan Vavrek looking at 3 yellows, which isn't so bad. The one on the button, though, is really tough to beat. So
Yeah.
looking to get one in there that maybe he can do some damage with on the next shot. And they're going to have to probably go hard on this now. It's out there quite a ways. And
And he in-outed that, so, I mean... And this has got to be pretty close up based on my time.
tell you, that's a heck of a shot.
Gee whiz, yeah.
Oversmoked a little tiny bit, but...
Yeah, he had enough ice.
Yeah, I think perfect ice, really.
Yeah.
If you take just a couple feet out of that and just, find a little more, carve it in there a little bit harder, and then I don't think he was ever getting shot rock, but I just would never have been able to have enough weight to move the yellow, I think. But one rock shorter would have been better for him. So Ryan's got a decision to make. He can get really aggressive here and try to come down, bump that red one back or out, and set up a possible big steal, or he guards everything up. Although I don't know what you guard, to be honest.
Yeah.
The run back, I guess, because right now the run back would be for 2.
Yeah. And I don't think you're ever, getting to. I might be inclined to just guard that run back.
I'd say if he's playing this, he's planning on going right in and bumping the red, or at least going in to sit more than one with this shot. Otherwise, I think you're guarding something that's not there. And I think if you do that, then I think there's at least a 50-50 chance that Vavrek's playing that angle raise takeout. He might not play it with big weight, but I think he's playing it for 2. It's not easy, but it would be hard to hurt himself. It'd be hard to hit it some way where the yellow goes out, or the red goes out, sorry.
You just didn't really say that, did you, Jim?
Yeah, I said that, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so he has to think of a different shot now because he's not.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, he must. I mean, he's taken, kind of the same ice.
Yeah, he looks like he's throwing ice that would be definitely all there at least, right?
Yeah. Well, he got that one out to the broom.
Yeah,
So.
I was going to say, definitely not tight on that. This looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, they're carving it now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13-3.
Might have lost it.
Got it. No, he's got it. This is a good shot.
Yeah. That's a great shot, yeah.
So he sits 2.
Yeah, Ryan Jacques came to play again tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, by playing that, it's hard to not, never mind score 1. It's hard not to give up 2 here.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be on the top of the 4, and that yellow's just going to come back and sit on the red.
Yeah, really hard to get to the inside of that one for sure.
Yeah, like it gave you a good idea there how they're sitting, and I don't know that.
I don't know if there's anything there in the outturn.
Yeah, I don't think so. And that is, I don't even know if that raise is there.
Well, it's there for 1 for sure.
You think so? You'd have to throw the outturn.
Well, yeah. You basically have to hit 2/3 of that red rock. So whatever way you have to get there, whichever way you like to go, outturn or inturn. Outturn probably gives you a little bit of a better curl out or better of a handle off of the one you're hitting.
Well, and it probably rotates the rock that you're going to hit in a clockwise
Yeah.
motion too.
Which probably would be better for where you're going.
Yeah.
They're looking at how much yellow they can see. Maybe looking at seeing if he can make the double on the yellow.
Flash double, yeah. Well, I don't think I'd ever be playing that.
No.
And only because, I mean, I guess the reward is one, but the disaster is giving up 4.
Yeah, I don't know if it's hard to say. I don't know if you'd ever get by. Would you ever get by that red guard and not? Assuming you're playing the slash double here, would you ever get by the red guard enough that you would move your red one? Do you think?
I don't know. I would have to.
But I guess
I'd have to see it from the hack as well, because it looks like it. You know, you can see a lot more of it from this end.
Yeah. Going with the angle raise takeout. Not quite sure what he's going to throw for weight or how hard he's going with this. I don't. A little while ago it was possibly for 2, but it's probably not for 2 now.
No.
And it's not very easy for 1, but it's definitely there. I feel it's definitely there.
Yeah.
The only problem is if you don't make it, you're probably giving up 2.
Yeah, I got my crayons out and I used them on my screen, but
didn't work. Nope.
It didn't work.
Well, Windex, get the Windex out, get the screen.
That's right.
The next day. So Daylan Vavrek now throwing an in-turn raise, not with a ton of weight, which I'm not surprised. He doesn't want to.
Yeah. That's
not going to curl enough.
Yeah.
So he didn't get close enough for us to even learn much about that shot, but
that's right.
The Ryan Jake's team has a great end, really well played end by the Jake's team there. At Vavrek and Tubble the whole way, and they steal another couple of points to take a 3-0 lead here after 2 ends of play at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series at the Beaumont Curling Club.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So we're back. 2 ends of play, and Ryan Jakes with a decent lead here at 3-0. I don't know if it's a commanding lead right now, but certainly a 3-0 lead is a nice little start to your last game here in the round robin. And
for sure you gotta like your situation after 2 ends. You're quite content to keep the hammer with Team Vavrek.
Yeah. Yeah, so the corner goes up for Vavrek. It's a little long. I always figure if they don't come into view on our overhead, they're just a little bit too long. So that's kind of the way I assess the corner guard sort of thing. And
Very scientific, Jimmy. Very scientific.
listen, man, I know. I got it figured out. So Ethan Drysdale, lefty for Team Jakes, will throw it's probably going to be a tight guard. Is what I'm thinking. I don't know how tight it's going to be. The guys have been hammering it all the way since he let it go, but it's going to be in a good spot. Going to be touching the center line even. Nice sweeping job, predominantly by Ryan Perron there. It just leaned on it right from the get-go. And well done. For Vavrek, probably around the corner guard.
You would think.
Yeah. I didn't know for a minute if he was thinking of the second guard. I would think it'd just be coming around this one if it was me. I don't need another one out there to get around. So
Exactly.
So Evan Asmussen with his second one here in the third end.
It certainly has taken its time curling, but there it goes.
Yeah, looks like a nice looking shot. And still wants it to curl more.
Yeah, it's funny how we use our body language to communicate.
Yeah. So you need some artificial intelligence built into the rocks or something now so they can understand what we're doing.
That's right, eh?
So Jordan Tardy's going to throw the outturn, try to remove that one. Should be enough room to make it work. Might want it to curl a little bit, though. You're kind of holding it straight. I don't think that's the answer right now. Yeah, he's going to get a piece, I think. Pretty good shot.
Yep.
So what do you think with Vavrek now? They just probably have to go fairly hard this end, Terry. I think, whether that being around the corner or around this one or whatever. It looks like the corner is going to be hard to get around and bury. So you're probably going to have to figure out something else.
Well, I mean, I think the first goal is get rid of the hammer.
Yeah.
That means you score.
Yeah. Yeah, probably true. Carter Lautner now playing the outturn, freeze to the back one basically is the call here. Freeze to the back yellow, or at least be just in front of the back yellow.
Yeah, they're really going to have to go here. This is.
Might be looking at plan B now, just trying to freeze on the top yellow.
I don't think it's there either.
That's not going to help that one, I don't think.
Yeah, Team Vavrek's just not putting any pressure on Team Jakes at all here so far.
No, I was commenting how solid they look delivery-wise and everything, and they do. They all, right from the lead down to the skip, all look great coming out of the hack, but that's good. But you got to figure out what the draw weight is. You got to find that draw weight somewhere, and until you do, it's going to be hard to get any pressure on Ryan Jake's team at all. So you're going to have to figure it out pretty soon.
And Eddie Wernick would tell you there's no points for style.
No.
An outcome sport, and the outcomes to date have not favored Team Vavrek.
No.
Another good shot by
Jordan
Hardy. Yeah,
really nice. It's just tough when you're the skipper, if you're Vavrek right now, because you're just having a hard time finding something that the guys are going to make for you.
Yeah.
And it's just you're just in constant trouble. It's just difficult. Yeah, no disrespect. I'm sure these guys are great players. Just struggling through the first couple of ends here.
Yeah, I mean exactly. I mean, and we all go through it, and it's like fighting through it and believing that it's just going to take one shot to get us going here, and I think it's really easy to get down on on each other, and or just feel like, tonight's not our night. Well,
Yeah.
there's a couple times I felt like tonight is not the night, but there's a good shot.
That's a
Now
great
that might just get them going. Excellent.
Yeah, that's a
execution.
very, very good shot. Still left one really high guard up there, but it's off
Yeah.
the center a little bit, and it looks about 100% better than it did a couple minutes ago. So Ryan's going to keep the heat on, though, trying to come right around that, right to the top of the bird there, right at the end of the Y, somewhere in that area. So one good thing about those things is that we can figure out where the rocks are going. We can tell people where it is using the logos.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that the winner of this would be 3-0 and on to the playoffs. We haven't quite found out whether or not it's the top 6 that make the playoffs or if it's 2 from each division yet, but we're hoping to figure that out. And if we can figure that out, we will pass that information along. Because if it's the top 2, both these teams are through. Because the other 2 teams in this division are 0-2, and those are both 2-0, so that means they both will go through. But I'm not positive that that's the case yet. So we don't want to fuel the hopes of those that are cheering for the loser of this game, and until we know what the actual rules are.
Well, I mean, given that it's round robin play, I mean, you'd think that it's I say probably. If I were running it, it would be the top teams in each division, and then the next best 3 records.
Yeah,
using
compromise of both. Yeah.
Yeah, using the draws to the button to rank them.
Yeah. So the turn come around now for Team Vavrek. Ryan Jake's team just did play this shot down to the top of just above the 4 foot, above the tee line. This one's not ever going to get over there, I don't think.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of heat mustered. We have 12.6 on
really
it.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's moving. So it looks like about 14 and just a tad is really kind of draw weight here.
Yeah, that was definitely pretty heavy. Do find, Terry, that this is one thing I've always rolled it a little bit with curling is when I do watch it on TV and stuff, and the ice is I think 14 and a half kind of thing. Never really much more than that, but it looks and seems to glide faster than our ice when our ice is 14 and a half. So
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I never quite understood that really as far as the timing of it goes and how that can be different, but a good pick there for Ryan Perrant.
Yeah.
Probably should have figured that out by now after all these years, but I never did. So.
Well, it just seems to like, some places you go to, you can sweep and drag a rock, and it feels like you're dragging it forever. Like,
yeah.
And other places you go, and it's nah, this isn't great sweeping ice. It's pretty keen, but it's not great sweeping ice.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's keen, but you got to throw it where you want it. So
yeah,
it's interesting. It's kind of always been a bit of a weird thing for me. So here comes the outturn draw, and here trying to get one on top of that yellow or right 2 of the yellow. Just a little better.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
And, just speaking of times, like again, there I got 13.8. So about 14 is, where.
Yeah.
In and around kind of between top 4, back 4.
Yeah. So a nice looking shot there by third Tristan Steinke. Would have been like to have gotten a tiny little bit more curl. Ryan's going to peel this guard.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I really don't think he can do much with that.
No, I agree. I don't know if he could either, but I just in my mind I'm thinking if he throws that out to follows that rock down, It's gonna be tough for Vavrek to do much with get an extra point. But anyway, this was not a bad call with a 3-0 lead by any stretch. He's looking at making sure he doesn't give up more than 2, and that would give him hammer in the 4th end, which up 1. Theoretically, that's a good position. A little bit swervy coming out there, if swervy is a word.
This might be a scoreboard shot in his mind.
Oh, I'm sure it is, yeah. I think yellow shot rock right now.
Yeah, I mean, I you could definitely see the yellow rock from the hack. So I mean, and again, it might have been in his mind a scoreboard shot.
Yeah. Well, the only way you give up 3 is if you don't play that shot, right? So the only way you try to do something else and maybe set something up for in a way that you can still give up 3. But with peeling the guard, well, I shouldn't say the only way, but you should never give up 3 here now. So you're going to have the lead after this end, unless disaster strikes. We don't want that to happen to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good thing for Daylan Vavrek is this is maybe the first time he had like a normal kind of a curling shot. He didn't have to do something.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth, eh? Body might have gone into shock.
Yeah. And it looks like he's playing down probably to his own here, or is he playing to the back one?
I mean, I would think he would be trying to draw to like just around, that red rock that was,
Okay.
I guess, second shot, but we know now that he is shot rock.
Very nice draw.
Now this is where I guess you take a look. Does Ryan take a run at the double? Does he try freeze to it, or does he just try and chip it out?
Yeah, it looks like he's leaning towards the ladder there. It sounds like it looks like he's going to just play to remove that. And if he can remove that and just flop, so he still had half a rock in the 4-foot, he'd be in great shape if he could sit 2 after this shot.
Mm-hmm. It's so tempting to play the draw, though.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play the draw. If you were coaching him, he'd be playing the draw maybe, but actually you wouldn't be, I don't think. I think you'd be...
No, I mean...
3-0 lead, yeah, I feel like you got to hit something. It's a pretty open hit, really, to be honest. It's, don't get too fancy with it so you don't touch that red one on the way by. I know one thing, they touched it with that broom about 12 times now. No, you might draw yet. They're going to play sort of a tweener kind of a weight shot. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be probably with that ice, if that's where he ends up putting it. Maybe a hack weight shot, something like that.
Yeah, because I think if it was a draw, he needs just a tad bit more ice.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. If you're going to bump it, you'd like to get it out, I think. Not necessarily that you have to, but if you don't, then I could see Vavrek possibly playing the red, like red on the yellow double kind of thing if yours stays at the edge of the button. So here comes Ryan Jacques with an out turn. What we think is probably just a little bit of a tap back on the rock at the back of the button.
Yeah, he got that out to the broom too, so we got to go, I think, on this.
Working hard. Will they get it by the top one? I think they will.
Very nice.
Yeah, really
very nice.
Ryan just had really, from the 2 games that we've seen, he's just had really nice control of the weight that he's trying to throw. He's not overthrowing anything, and it's a bit impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That was not an easy shot. That red one was really scary if you happen to touch it.
Yeah.
So Vavrek looking at the same shot that I was just talking about, where you basically hit the red one pretty much on the nose, and you make the double and score 2. I think he'll give this a go, to be honest.
Well, I think you gotta play in the shot that Ryan Jacques just played. I mean, it's for 1, and this is for 2. So
yeah, and degree of difficulty is not very much different, really. It's Ryan's shot was, not the hardest curling shot ever in the world, but it was not an easy shot either. You still got to maneuver by that, and if he ever hits it, if he goes after it and rolls a 1.5 feet to the left as we look at the overhead, he doesn't even score. So
yeah,
this is a good shot. Plus, great team morale builder if you can make it. And there's a couple of options. It'd be.
Well, he's already bailed the team out once. This, if he can make this, this has got to curl though.
Wow.
So close. He may have gotten 2.
Well, you know what? I never saw the chance of 3, and
Neither did I.
Yeah. So that stuff all hit in such a way. Maybe we can get a look at that one again, Jaiden, if you have it up there. So, yeah, we're going to see. Thank you. It's just didn't catch enough of it, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, you just a hair from getting 3, and I honestly never saw 3 anywhere in there. So I don't know what they're measuring for. I mean, they're measuring
for 2. Yeah, they're measuring for 2.
They kicked the other one off. They figured that was definitely number 4 or something, I guess. Okay, well, great shot either way. It worked out pretty nicely. It didn't quite curl to the point that we thought it needed to curl, but it did the job.
I was just going to say that yellow one on the side isn't in play.
Yeah, they could kick that one. Oh, they're going to measure that one?
Yeah.
Okay, that surprised me. I thought it was the other yellow one. That
no. Wow, I shouldn't say no. I mean, yeah. I didn't think it. I thought definitely the red was closer than the one.
So we'll hang in here for a minute and see if we can figure out what.
I think it could be red.
I think it might have been red too. So, you're going to put it up. So we'll find out what it was, and then we'll go to a break.
Yo, great shot.
Yeah. So a nice deuce there by Daylan Vavrek, and they'll claw their way back a little bit, and they'll trail 3-2 when we come back from the 4th end.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
So an interesting third end there, Terry. That was quite an ending to that. I don't know how we can describe the last shot because we didn't really totally get it.
Yeah, we were thinking that it was for 2, and my gosh, as it turned out, it was a possible 3. But you know what? I mean, I said at the beginning that I think whatever skip can kind of bail their team out when they need it the most, is the winner. And certainly, to date, Daylan Vavrek bailed the team out in the first end, looking at 5, and just bailed the team out by taking an end that really looked like it was going to be for 1 and gets 2 out of it with a super shot, making a double and almost scoring 3, which neither of us really saw. That being a potential outcome. We thought it was just for 2, but great shot. He got his 2, and on we go. That's got to be a big lift for the team.
Yeah, for sure. So we're 3 rocks in here, so you can see that when you look at the overhead there, the first rock went up. It was a guard for Team Vavrek. Nice position, touch on the center line. Ryan Jacques played the come around with Ethan Drysdale, and Evan Asmussen was asked to come around the yellow, just rub the yellow, so he didn't quite get by and ended up in the half open, 3/4 open there. So Drysdale will be asked to remove the red. Nice. See, Terry likes to say this should be the clockwise rotation for the left-hander.
This is taken off.
Yeah, that just maybe a little light. It sure didn't have a lot on it. I can't figure where it hit, so maybe just throw it down a little bit too much. But
and we're going to put rocks back. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And the thing is, I mean, too, like the sweepers didn't jump on it, so I mean, you kind of got to think that it must have been, very quiet.
Yeah. Anyway, really in the end, a little chance to recover from that. So only second stones. Carter Lautner now, second stone for Vavrek, will be asked to play a little. What did he call here? I didn't quite catch. Corner freeze on the yellow, maybe.
I don't think they've decided.
Oh, okay. They haven't. The skip has. He's in.
Oh, the skip has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance now. Hopefully, Carter and Team Vavrek can capitalize on that faux pas from Team Jacques.
So this one coming in, you can see with the broom where Vavrek has his broom there. He's looking to corner freeze that yellow one. And it looks like that might happen. He's coming in a bump a little bit too far probably and set up maybe a double.
Yeah. Just not sharp, Like that was a freebie, and just haven't taken advantage of it.
Yeah. So Jordan Tardy now, throwing what could be a double. Set up pretty good to make the double here.
Mm-hmm.
So this way. Drysdale decides sweepers on it pretty hard. Be curling a little too much. And it did.
Oh. There's a break. Now, can you capitalize on that one?
Yeah, the only good thing for Jacques there is it did end up right on top of the red, so it's pretty easy to remove if he gets the opportunity. That one seemed to curl a lot. They get on that pretty early too, but for that much weight, he had pretty good weight on that. So turn for Stanky. Coming right around. Pretty good setup for him now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go on this. Another buy.
Quite a high one anyway.
Yeah.
Just doesn't maybe have quite enough horse to get there. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A little bit more weight would have been obviously better, but obviously
that leaves that little kind of slash there for Team Jacques, with Tardy throwing his second one, and he can hum them down there.
Yeah.
He's got those 6 and 7 second peels in him.
He probably doesn't even need to throw it quite that hard, but it's let's see what he looks like here. Not much ice, so he's going to throw it fairly good.
He's a big boy when you
Yeah.
when you look at the other two.
Ryan's obviously talking quite a bit down the other end because I don't see anybody doing anything down there, but well, there he goes. It's not quite as easy a double as it might sort of look like. It's yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was throwing a Hummer.
I think he's predominantly here trying to play the yellow on the inside red and get rid of that and worry about the outside one after, but looks like he's going to come pretty close to getting them both. A pretty good shot for Jordan Tardy. Move rocks into places where they are more helpful than harmful for sure, and set right pretty much behind the guard. So,
and it looks like the yellow is shot. Not that that really matters that much at this point in the end, I guess. Still got 4 rocks each to throw.
Yeah, we do a much better job of counting in this game versus the mixed double game yesterday we did, Terry. We just couldn't figure it out at all. It's like you just barely start the end and then the end's over. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think we got better towards the end. I can probably do one of those games tomorrow, it looks like, so it'd be interesting to see. Tried to learn a little today about it. I don't know if I learned anything, but I was at least got to see a little bit more of it. So nice weight on this shot. Just didn't find the curl. Ryan Jake's having a look. Taps the yellow one, so yellow's number 2. Not necessarily exactly where you want to play this in, but he's going to play this with fairly lightweight, so he's just trying to get to the rock or a little bit of an inside flop. He could also play this, I guess, if you want to do, Terry, with a little bit firmer weight and roll to the outside, right?
I think being up 3, or I guess if you look at the other way around, if you're looking at Team Vavrek, I mean, if you're down 3-2 and you're looking at 2, you're probably debating whether you really want to come around. So I think getting this and kicking it out to the wings a bit is probably a good shot. This has to do a lot of curling to stick around for second shot, and it's not going to.
No, but still.
But I like.
Yeah, I think I like that better. Actually, it's not. I mean, I would have liked to have stayed to sit 2 for sure, but. But yeah, I'm like you. What do you do if you're Vavrek? If it did stay to sit 2, you just got back in the game.
That's right.
Are you prepared to kind of risk getting back out of the game by going around? And definitely the best opportunity to score, but sometimes it's a little hard to convince yourself that that's the right way to go. But here comes anyway. He's going to throw the intern, come right around the red and then the yellow guards. Well, the yellow is in the house.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is an easy shot selection, based on your sitting second shot, but
he didn't really have a lot of choice. He can't really get that one that's shot rock, so he pretty much has to play this. And this one's going to be much much better.
Yeah. Obviously would have liked it a rock and a half, 2 rocks shorter, but that's totally buried. And
I agree. It's but it's one of those, sometimes you have to get off of those, let them dry. Sometimes you have to bury it. So that was one that he felt that he definitely had to bury, whether it went behind the tee line or not. And I would probably go with that. It goes another foot, then at least he probably could still get to the button. But anyway, you're gonna look. Ryan's gone down to talk to Ryan.
Yeah.
And about peeling that guard. Interesting decision, because you peel the guard. You certainly could. Vavrek could hit the top one, sit 3, but they'd be wide open. So would he even do that? I don't know. Or would he throw a guard back up? Not sure.
Yeah, he probably would, actually.
What, throw the guard back up?
Yeah, I would think
Yeah,
so.
I think you would too, but
You'd like to steal this the fourth end here. It's an even end, and
yeah, and as long as it's I mean, right now, if he doesn't make the double peel, it's not a super hard guard to throw because you have help with the yellow one, right?
yeah, but, I mean, ripping this top one. I mean, it's interesting because I just seeing where Ryan holds the broom reminded me of our conversation last night. But you hit this red one high, you can just a little bit high. You can run the red into the yellow into the red. If you hit it, even more high, I guess you could run it into the red on the side. That one right there, and that's a good outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, because now, even though if you're Vavrek, even though you're shot rock, Jake's is sitting 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see it again here. You can see where this one stayed out, and like exactly you called it, Terry. Basically, get it on the back one, and he's pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
And they probably even discussed that. You know what I mean? We don't hear them obviously, but that may well have been something they said. Well, let's run it this way, and if it doesn't grow enough, we always can maybe pick that one off the back, which would be helpful as well. So, yeah.
And now we're into that discussion, as you were saying, like, do they guard it or do they, look at something else?
Well, he's looking to think at hitting the back one, which
I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
that one surprises me a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
I think you don't have to make a spectacular shot to throw a guard on this that would do the job. So, because this one, I don't know. I suspect Ryan will probably run the yellow one back, and even if he doesn't make it, it's going to be wide open. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if I'd hit this, but I appreciate the fact he doesn't want to, give a big score, but I don't know.
Well, it being behind the tee line too. I mean, like there's options here.
Yeah. This one's on its way. Playing intern takeout on the rock out here in the 12-foot. He definitely would like to stay here.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I mean, but
Yeah.
you need to be set. Oh, yes, he did. He got second shot by the looks of it.
So Ryan Jakes has a couple of options. I'm thinking. What are you playing here, Terry? If you're Ryan.
Hey, you know what? I'm probably. I say this.
I won't say a word.
I say this with all due respect to the. I am, even though I love the draw, I am probably playing the run.
Oh, okay. I was going to give you the benefit of the draw.
Yeah, no, I just changed my mind because you knew what I was going to call.
No, it's okay. Well, I didn't. I actually, because he's the way the setup is here, I might actually play the draw myself. I'm not sure I wouldn't. So
Yeah.
it's not. You don't have the 3-0 lead anymore. It's a little bit different than it was, and making that run back really good is probably tough. If I make the draw, then I'm got a good chance of scoring a couple, even though I know he's going to come down right on top of me and make it really hard. But anyway, Ryan Jake's going to throw some kind of a run back or raise takeout, whatever you like to call it. Well, he's not throwing a gentle one.
I just think I'm more apt to make the draw than I am the run back perfectly. And again, I mean, unless you make it perfectly, I mean, I think you give Vavrek a big out.
Yeah. Well, like you say, this is one of those personal choice ones.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, I know guys all day that would they'd lick their chops to get to play this run back.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of. I guess they're staggered. The red I'm looking at's the button.
Oh yeah. So Ryan didn't save any weight on this one. This looks
No, and
pretty
he's
good,
got
eh?
it by the looks of it.
Wow. Holy smokes. I didn't know for sure that was there. I didn't know if he could get that angle right on that. So another great shot by Ryan Jacques. That was not a great look at this one again.
Yeah, that's a highlight reel.
Yeah. This is just comes up just enough. I'm not sure they were thinking they were going to make the double, but they did.
Well,
So
when they were
great.
standing there, I mean, I got to confess, I thought the double was there, but I also have to confess that I thought the button was a red rock.
Well,
I'd
that's
just
not-
change the end around.
it does it ever.
You can't afford to play the double, I don't think. I mean, I think you got to play the hit and
Yeah, take your medicine.
hope
I think.
for a
Yeah.
rollout.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that would be one heck of a roll.
Well,
Looking at
also-
trying to hit that and rolling behind that yellow without being, number two.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
yeah, I don't think that's there.
No,
You
like
can
I agree
maybe
with you. I
give
think,
it
you don't want to give
quarter.
up two, but I don't think you have a choice. Unless you get enough nerve to come around that yellow one.
That's right, yeah. And you're not. I don't think you're ever selling the farm on a come around in the
No.
fourth end.
Do you think there's any chance here he's thinking about the thin double?
He is.
Is he? Yeah.
I'm convinced that that's what he's playing.
I thought maybe he was just trying to play a hit and roll this into the 8-foot somewhere for shot and force Ryan maybe to make a little bit of a delicate takeout, but that might be a little too simple.
Well, I think a lot of times, when you try and make this shot, you know that you can't miss and gas it,
Yeah.
and you tend to get these ones going a bit.
So you never really give it a chance to be. You call
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
and you never really give it a chance to make that shot. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's really close on
This
this.
is close. This is really close. Oh, jeepers!
Didn't get it out. You know what? It's odd there, and that's coming down there. And I was actually thinking, man, you got to sweep. Like you basically almost playing that to miss, right? So you watch it here, like right about here, when you know you're going to hit it, sweep it. You're just a little bit too late on that, and wow, great effort by Vavrek. It just needed a little bit more sweeping and held it a little straighter, but a really nice effort.
I thought he made it. I really
Yeah.
did.
Well, no reason not to. He was like only half an inch away from making it for sure. So Ryan Jacques now with a draw for two. Get his 3-point lead back.
Yeah, we saw last night he missed an opportunity for a deuce with a free draw. So this is kind of critical. I think this can take the wind out of the sails of Team Vavrek again. It's on its way. Sweeper's got on it.
Yeah, just coasting now. Just a little bit of cleaning now and there.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
He's there. He's
Meet the
fine.
4-foot when he's done. So a nice
Yes,
draw for
sirree.
Ryan Jacques. Picks up a 2. And after 4 ends of play, Ryan Jacques leads Daylan Vavrek by a 5-2 count here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Event 2. Brought to you by Curling Stadium, Beaumont. We'll be back after the break.
Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. We just we're catching up a little bit there and missed a start, but we're off here in the 5th inning with Vavrek. Daylan Vavrek having to work harder again. He just got back in and then just gave up the deuce, but he made a great effort, Terry, at getting the 2. It looked like he had it there for a minute.
Yeah, I think we both thought he made that cross-house double, and he touched it, and but they couldn't get it out. And Ryan Jacques follows that up with a draw to the house for his second point, and reestablishes that 3-point lead at 5-2.
So, Ryan went into the house with the first rock, slid behind the button. And again, not where the lead wants to put it. And then the corner guard went up. And I like the placement of the corner guard much better there. I think it's, as far as the depth goes, it's much better spot. There's a little, you can probably get behind that one and not have it be able to be removed, which would be nice. Now we got a little bit of a top 4-foot draw here coming for Ethan Drysdale. So it's taking his time. It won't be unhappy if it stops just a foot or so short, but it'll do that. Stop 6 inches short.
Yeah, on the center line, so you know you can't remove it from the center line. So
it looks like, well, I thought he was going to throw a second corner up here, but
I did too.
Around. Second corner wouldn't be a bad play here either. It's still not the end of the game, but he's got something to work with too, because if he goes around the corner and then we can't do Ryan won't be able to do anything with it on the next shot. And when he does, you have the center one you can work with as well. So sometimes you got to use what you have and not what you think is the right thing and what you prefer to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is going to get buried.
Yeah. A very nice draw by Evan Asmussen. Well done. I don't know if it finished hard enough to really be buried in there. I thought it would. It didn't go by a lot, but
just trying to decide here by the looks of it.
Ryan, make sure everybody knows, that's for sure. He just gets going pretty animated down there, with nothing wrong with that at all. So Jordan Tardy now playing an out turn, which probably an out turn tap on the red, I think, is really what he's playing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better view as far as seeing where the red one is, and definitely will be able to get over there. It's just a matter of whether or not he has enough to.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
That's a tremendous shot by Jordan Tardy. If he gets it out a little bit, it looks like it'll hang around, but still a very good shot. Good job by Ryan Jacques reading the ice on that shot, and good job by Jordan Tardy. You can see here, it just needs a little tiny bit more steam, but you couldn't overthrow that one, or you may not get over there.
That's right.
He only got about, probably half of that rock as it was with backline weight, so.
Yeah.
I would imagine going back behind the corner again, and they are. Carter Lautner this time. He needs to find just a little tiny bit more curl or a little tiny bit more carving just to get it over there so it gets over another 3 or 4 inches.
Mm-hmm. Another good shot, too, though.
Yeah, very good. Just a little deep, but not bad.
Now it looks like they may play the. Is that rock? I can't see. Is that rock in on the Is that a biter over there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Looks like he's playing the peel in the corner here.
Oh, there. Yeah, I can see it now.
On this back, he'll probably get
Double.
It might. Now I don't know if it's biting or not, but it's close, but I'm not sure. I think it might be out this time.
Great shot.
Yeah, good shot. Yeah. Now the corner guard's a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get this one a little higher in the house to try to stop them from coming around it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Try to run back again. That's not always something you're going to make every time. So
it's hard to tell whether that's it or not.
Yeah. So Lauder will take another crack at trying to get this one a little bit more buried.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess he got it plenty buried last time. He forced him to play a run back. He'll just try to do the same and see if they can get a break, get a miss on that run backs. So he's going to hit the guard. No, he didn't hit the guard. Sorry, I was thinking that it's just a little heavy. That's why they stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
This is an interesting situation here. I don't know. That little around the horn shot. I think you'd just be pretty happy if the red ones were gone.
Mm-hmm.
The other option would be to go and peel that guard off, corner guard off, but he's going to throw an out turn at this?
Looks like it.
Huh. Obviously, there's a little better room, more room there than what it looks like for what I'm looking at. I figure like
Yeah.
the out turn seems a little tough, but Ryan Perron can certainly bring the weight, so he's going to hit the guard.
I thought like you did. It didn't look very appeasing to the eye.
No, just an odd choice, I think, for that shot. Or if you're going to play it, then play it really right on the edge of the red, and if you can back it up a little bit, you make the double. If you don't, you don't ever hit that guard, I guess is what I'm saying on that shot. It's just because it's just seemed a bit too weird to me to hit the guard on that one. But
Well, the natural shot, just optic-wise, seemed to be the intern if you were going to play that.
I would. Yeah, exactly. I would have felt much better throwing the intern at it. But so they're gonna have a little chat here, try to figure out what they got to do. It's hard here. You're trying to figure out a way to maybe bring those red ones into play, but first you got to make sure you get one in the middle somewhere that you can do something with, and that you can get rid of those yellows, and then worry about how you can get rid of those. The term I heard today was activate. You try to activate those.
Like it.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it, so you're going to be okay. I said that to my wife today. I said, "Client, I heard a new term today. What do you think?" And just explaining it to her, and she knows the game a little bit. She's, "Oh, you're not going to say that, are you?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I heard it like 2 or 3 times. I thought it sounded okay."
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
How do we activate the red ones?
Yeah. So what are we playing here? We're playing like back there, so somewhere just beyond backline weight. Trying to make the little yellow flop onto the button, I guess. So third Tristan Stanky now. Needs to curl a little bit.
Yeah, but I like the weight choice here.
Yeah. quite get the curl. Yeah, I didn't think that would be too heavy, but that was actually because he only bumped that rock to there, so he was just barely. It was exact height they talked about, basically just that kind of back, just pat beyond the back line. But I would have thought that might curl a little bit more for him. So Ryan Perrant now will be playing a draw into here. Draw or guard?
Well, I think he said he kind of gave the signal that, top 8 foot isn't the end of the world.
Okay. Yellow is shell shot rock right now, so this has got to get to the nose. Yeah, well, that's just pretty much good then.
Yeah, I think if you're Team Vavrek, you think about throwing that the out turn.
Right around, all the way around the guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you don't like leaving that, but I mean, it's in such a situation that I don't think it ever is going to improve your situation to the point where, you're feeling real good about the setup.
I think I agree with you. Actually, I don't know that this is the better plan. With the out turn around there, just move that yellow one just a few inches even, and you're going to sit 2. This one, if you make it, you're going to probably be number 2, 3, 4, 5, or no, 2, 3, 4 probably, because I think the yellow one at the back of the house is closer to the it's on. He's going to hit this one anyway. He's just trying to open up a path, I guess, to tapping the red on the yellow. You're really brave here. You could make the double on the 2 yellows, but man, that'd be risky. So he gets the yellow. Move it out far enough to be beyond the others. He did. So yellow still sits 1, but red is 2, 3. I think what I didn't really love about this shot was that I just figured if he takes that off, that Ryan might change up his call a little bit and try to go around, tap the red one out, and roll behind the guard. That's a bit risky too, I guess, because if you don't happen to get there, there might be a double yellow for multiple points, so maybe that wasn't a concern.
And we believe that yellow is shot in the back of the 4 there.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the case. So the same shot for Ryan Jacques as he just called for Ryan Perrant, just top of the 8 foot there, and maybe he'll tuck a little corner behind the yellow and Christmas tree it is. Where's it? Colleen Jones?
She kind of made that famous. Well, her team did anyway.
Yeah. So Ethan Drysdale on this right away. Tardy, both guys on it now, so must be just maybe a little bit light. Definitely light, but gonna maybe do the job just the same. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, Ryan won't be real excited about that one.
Yeah, I kind of pulled the string on that one. But does that not come curl enough that you can come with that out turn and move that?
I think it does. I think you can get there. I
Yeah, me
also think
too.
now you can actually go by the one that Ryan threw. Maybe we'll see it in a second if we can
Yeah.
get the one player to move out of the way. You can go by if you want on the in-turn. It's not easy, but you can go by there and actually make that tap and sit more than one. Sit 2 or 3. Probably, it makes it 2 or 3 if you can throw it with just maybe hack weight. But I think the out-turn draw to the button is easier. I think it'll come that far. Can't imagine it wouldn't. That's you've got
The late finish here is so good that I would
and
think.
you got what, about 12 feet before after the guard before I think you get right to the nose of that or past it sometimes. So doesn't look it on the long shot, but I think when you really look at the distance that the guard is away from the house, it sure looks like you could make it on the out turn and tap it back. That seems to be the way they're leaning.
Yeah, it might be the best opportunity to, kind of get your deuce. Because even if you just roll up, I mean, ideally you want to sit 1-2.
Yeah. So Daylan Vavrek here, trailing by 3. But with an opportunity. We have 3 rocks to come in the end. We got 2 reds and 1 yellow. Jim's got an opportunity here to maybe sit 2 when he's done this. It won't be heavy enough, I don't think, to ever bump it far enough to be sitting 3, but that would that'd be a very different shot than what he's playing. It's been a lot of time looking at it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sometimes a good thing and sometimes not such a good thing.
Well, I mean, you know that Ryan's just thrown it short when he was trying to throw it in the house. And you make this and just put a little pressure on, who knows what happens.
Oh, I agree. So Vavrek now with the out turn. Basically looking for T-line or just beyond T-line. I think he's got that weight for sure. Sweeper seemed to indicate that it was enough. A little bit of a hand motion.
Yeah, I think they gotta.
They can sneak it by.
He's
gonna be really good.
Yeah, that was there all day.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. I was surprised that they were having a hard time seeming to convince themselves.
Yeah, I was too. Like it just seemed so natural.
Yeah, and just Daylan just nailed the weight. Like that's absolutely perfect weight for that shot. You want to sit 2 if you're going to play it. You might as well sit 2 when you're done, rather than just sitting 1. Yeah. So a good replay on that one, and 1 rock apiece to come.
Yeah.
Ryan Jacques has the same opportunity that Daylan just did, and has a chance to really, if he can get to the nose of that red, or just even a little bit beyond the nose of that red, he could put an awful lot of pressure on that last shot for Vavrek. And
oh, for sure. I'm certain. I'm sure Vavrek's thinking, like if he's going to make it, hopefully he, hits it a little high side and just rolls out where I can get another look at it, and we get a shot at 3, which is. I mean, again, I think that's what you want. You want the opportunity to have that 3.
Ryan Jacques now. Definitely quite a bit light on his first one, so he needs to find the weight back here, get the weight back, and bring Cardi on it.
This is really going hard. That's on the front.
On the guard, yeah.
Well, like I said, there you go. I mean, there's your chance for 3.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good end for Ryan. He had a couple of shots there that he's been making all of that stuff so far this week, but a couple of shots I think it'd be fair to say weren't the most difficult shots he's ever going to have. Just didn't quite make them work. So all of a sudden,
And they're talking about, maybe making 4 here.
yeah. It would be very gutsy. I think I would try to do it if I was going to play that. I don't know if I'm going to play that, I guess, is the other part of it, because I see getting 2 instead of 3 and instead of 4 is a definite possibility with this one. So
yeah, you have to hit 3/4 of that.
Yeah. But it's definitely there, and sometimes you gotta go for it.
I think I'm probably with you. If I have an opportunity to put 3, hang 3, I'm gonna take what I would call a sure thing.
Yeah. So Daylan Vavrek now with a chance to maybe take the lead here, which would be
shocking.
Yeah, that's fair to say, I think, Terry. That's definitely would not have seen that coming. He's playing this a little harder than I thought he would.
Yeah, this has got a curl. This has really got a curl. Really got a curl.
Only get 1 when you're done here.
Oh, look at!
Wow, holy cow. Not the way, I don't think that's the way they drew it up, but at the end of the end, you count them up and you got 1.
That's
2,
right.
4 reds here for Daylan Vavrek. Watch this one. He hit this thin enough that I was afraid he might only get 1 for a minute. But the shooter goes over and gets caught on the other. Everything just caught perfectly right. So Vavrek picks up 4 here in the 6th and takes or the 5th rather, and takes a 6-5 lead after 5 ends of play in this final round robin game. We'll be back after the break.
What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just 1 more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So we have a new leader here, Terry, after 5 ends of play, with Vavrek taking a lead over Jacques 6-5 with a big 4-ender in the 5th end.
Yeah, that in a way that came out of nowhere. We were talking about how we were going to activate those little biters.
Yeah.
But yeah, as it turns out, you have a choice for making a draw for 3, or taking on a little bit more difficult shot for 4 and risk only getting 2. Wasn't quite the way they called it, but the end result, as you said, the outcome was they got 4.
Yeah.
And like you say, we have a new leader.
We do. So Ryan Jacques now will have to try to kind of pull the squad back together and score a couple here. Big end to score for Ryan, particularly a big end because of the way it's gone here in the 5th. But 6th end's always a big end to score, and you get control of the hammers and the even ends, the last couple ends, and you like to get a couple here for sure, but even scoring one here would be a horrible thing if you had to.
Yeah, no, I think after you give up 4, the best remedy is scoring in the next end for sure.
Yeah. Looks like this one's going to be light. Ethan Drysdale, a good first one, but that one's a little bit light. So Team Vavrek's got to be kind of trying to figure out how to get their heads around this end too, because they probably were never expecting to be up 1 after that end. They're probably figuring, well, we got to steal a couple ends here, and all of a sudden they can play a little defense if they have to. Second stone, Carter Lautner. Playing the intern Freeze. Freeze to the yellow one in the 4-foot area. This actually looks pretty good coming in. No, it's going to overcurl, I think. Nope. It's good. Really good.
Pretty good outcome.
Yeah, really good. I think if I were Ryan, I'd go out and get rid of all those guards.
Me too.
Yeah, just give yourself a chance to breathe this in, because you just came off a tough end, and there's not a lot of positive results from this shot that I can see. Jordan Turdy. Out-turn tap, just trying to tap the red on the red, I think, and get rid of 1 red and leave the shooter in play somewhere here.
Gonna have to go to get this by.
Not going to get by. A little late on the sweep call, maybe. See if we can get it to spin in. Never know where you're supposed to sweep those ones to make that happen. Sometimes it just seems like it's either going to happen or it's not.
That's right, and I'm with you, because I don't bother.
Yeah, sweep anywhere you want, and then see if it happens to work. So, anyway. He did get rid of one of the guards where I thought he should have peeled a couple of them off, and did get one. So Vavrek now trying to figure out where he should go. What do you think you do here, Terry?
Well, I mean, I guess I like the where the red yellow that are touching. I kind of like where they are right now.
Yeah. I'm not against throwing a guard, whether they're just going to go out and tap out there. I don't see anything really wrong with the guard here, to be honest. This early in the end, where you got all kinds of rocks to come. And
well, that's where I'm going with it. Like, I mean, I'm kind of content with the way that sits right now, and I would be definitely okay with a guard here if I'm Team Vavrek. This is where I pull my, what do you guys like? And then I go, yeah, I don't like that. No, I don't like that one either. Yeah. Okay, well, why not the guard then? Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
team shot, I love it.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that they settle on a tight guard here. That's what it looks like to me. And
yeah, I think so.
Just a little cleaning here. It's over curling a bit.
Yeah, I don't mind the freeze either. Freeze pump is okay.
Ryan Jacques faced with a dilemma because he's sitting 1. And, you know, the opportunity to get 2 is not easy right now, but he is sitting 1. And if he takes those guards out, then his one is going to be, opened up as well, but he's going to go with the peel. Just hope he thinks this one out a little bit so that you don't end up with it leaving the shooter exactly where you don't want to. I think there's a way to get rid of the shooter here without. Well, he's going to hit this nowhere near where I think he was trying to hit it. I don't know. I thought he was trying to get both those, though. Did you, Terry?
I did, yeah. I thought that was going to be the call.
If he did, he was way on the outside. But anyway, regardless of that, he got rid of one, and we'll see what happens here. I think he could have hit the red one, 3/4 and then slid off and moved the yellow one up, so it was at least out of the way and the shooter out of the way. But anyway, it's not what they decided to do, so. Or at least that wasn't what happened. Put it that way. So he's going after this now, I think. Playing a little tap on the red on the yellow. Third stone, Tristan Stanky. Nicely done.
Yeah. Ryan's just got to be careful here. He does need to score.
Yeah. Yeah. You just hit it right on the nose, make the double. Or it might be a little bit off the nose to make the double, but Ryan Perrant can throw it pretty firm, so he can probably make this with a nose hit. Might have been a little bit tight. And right away, he's going to hit a bunch of them anyway.
Yeah. Really like to get that one out. No.
Not quite, but I'm still kind of running it through my mind. If I thought these guys played the right shot a minute ago, they actually, they got shot rock, get rid of the yellow one, but man, that was in there. It was going to be really tough for Ryan to get more than one with that there, and I might have waited another shot or two before I played that. But anyway, it's going back too far, so.
Yeah. If they ever can get just a little inside roll on this, just a little one, this would be too much.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't come by that guard by very much.
Yeah.
Chance to make the double and stay behind the guard here. He might make the triple and stay behind the guard, actually, but. Big shot here. Chance to maybe turn this end completely around if you can make a perfect shot. He's just so animated in there. It's just like. He's going intern on this. I didn't think that's the way he would go, but he is. It'll have a lot of weight on it. Is he going to make the double, or are you going to hit it on the nose pretty close?
No, it's going to make
yeah,
half attempt at a double anyway. But the good news, I guess, if you're Team Jacques, is that thing is somewhat behind cover, and now for sure, you've got a rock in play and potential scoring rock as well.
Well, exactly. Yeah, no, not a horrible outcome. I mean, it's with only two to come, and with the skips throwing now, you assume that he might not get a chance to bring that yellow one into play. But if he ever had hit it just a little bit thinner and got virtually the same thing and lost that red rock, then it would have been a great shot. So Vavrek now going to be playing the out turn come around. The only thing you don't want to do here is set up a double.
Yeah.
It's still out there a long way, but we know it's going to go. Gonna sneak it by the top one. Very nice. Yeah, very nicely done by Team Vavrek. Skipper Daylan. So what do you do now if you're Ryan?
You mean after you get all the swear words out of your mind?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do like that out turn.
Yeah.
I think you only have to move it back 8, if that.
Yeah, it's a good view there. It's it's not an easy one for sure.
No, I know.
I don't think I'd be thinking about rolling the outside here. I think I'd be like you. I think I'm just going to try to move that so that I'm going to be shot rock at the top, and you'll end up putting it over there somewhere in the vicinity of double territory for the Reds anyways. And if you ever get a rollout or something on the next shot, you might have a crack at a deuce. But either way, it's I don't think I'm going to throw this one real hard. Just want to be shot when it's done is all I think. Is you move the red one back so at least you're shot, and that'll be far enough. He's not happy with how the slider's feeling, but looks like he's got her now, okay? So a big shot in the 6th end here for Ryan Jacques. Struggled with the draw weight the last couple of shots, so he kind of needs to find that.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly ends up, weighing in your decisions. But if they've got this bye, so this has the potential to be really good. Oh, he probably threw a little bit. Well, he had to get by, but it's probably a little bit too much weight. The good news is those red ones are accessible.
I don't know if that got by that all by itself or if it rubbed the top.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
I thought it was really closer to the guard than that, and then we kind of lost the vision on it, and then I thought, it didn't it was well by the guard. If it didn't touch the guard, it had 6 inches, and I don't think it had that much room. So. Anyway.
Good point, yeah.
So Vavrek coming around the same way. Figures I just threw it, I might as well throw it again.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
The good news for Jacques is that, he, no matter where this goes, he'll have the intern available.
Yeah.
Just even looks like, Team Jacques is, their body language is more of, being dejected here. Good shot.
Yeah, it's almost identical.
Just replaced it. Yeah, real good.
Was I just going by the teeth on the dinosaur bones or whatever it is there?
Yeah. Oh, now we're counting teeth, are we?
This one's 4 teeth to the four teeth to the right of the back. This one was 5, so we're just pretty close.
We do what we have to do, right?
Yeah, I know. So anyway, Ryan Jacques now with a draw to the button really is what he's looking at to score and keep himself in this game. Well, I guess as long as he doesn't give up 3, he'll be still in the game. But This is not an easy shot. He hasn't got any really backing to speak of here. If he throws the right weight to draw to the button, then he'll go past the other red one. So, got to be careful with this one.
Yeah, and this is one of those shots where you got to save the team.
Yeah. This looks pretty good. The sweepers are not really.
I think they kind of said we need backing, did they not?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it looked hot to me.
Stayed there for number 2.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So not a bad draw by Ryan Jacques, but he will go down 1 more point, so he will trail now 7-5 after 6 ends of play here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series event number 2, brought to you by Curling Stadium, Beaumont, the Beaumont Curling Club. We'll be back right after the break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Expanded, it makes it blurry. So we're back for the 7th end. We were just trying to, amuse ourselves by, personally at least, trying to figure out what exactly the white sheets are in the clubhouse, if you're wondering what I was talking about there. So, interesting end, that last end. Ryan Jacques didn't really have much going, and Vavrek now is kind of the whole team has kind of got a much better feel for draw weight, I think, Terry.
Yeah, it's how quick this is, actually changed from that, being up 5-2 and getting your deuce with that free draw for that second point to turning around, giving up 4. And I was just saying, the body language seems to be telling, very telling here. I mean, and it's just my observation that the body language on Team Jacques has, deteriorated, and the body language on Team Vavrek has certainly elevated itself.
Yeah, you pretty much just basically flipped the 2 teams from the first few ends when Team Vavrek just couldn't buy a draw almost, and they were just a little bit off on everything, and Jacques' team was bang on, and now it's kind of the reverse where they're just not quite right there. But it's the 7th end. They're only down a couple points, and we'll see how they get along here. They got a corner guard up, and they're coming around the corner. I think they're coming around if they don't hit it. They did touch it. So that's unfortunate. I think he was actually trying to set up the double corners.
Was he? Yeah.
Stack corners, I guess, is what they use for it. So, but they needed to get a bye first, and didn't happen. But there are a lot of rocks out there to use, so certainly going to have an opportunity. So second stone Carter Lautner now. Yeah, just kind of come right in. Probably right around, maybe not around the red one, play the tap on the red one. Looks like they're going to go right around.
If they're going around, they're going to have to pick it up, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be late. Well, Team Jake's now is to find a way to get in here. Looking at the intern. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Wow, that's really tough. Is it even there?
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like they're going to go out, turn around. Jordan Terry, time for somebody to make a couple big shots here. Get Jake's back in this. So lots of room on this right now. Sure on the weight. It's probably pretty close. Going hard to try to make it curl. And they will get it over there pretty good.
Yeah. Big end.
A little bit open, yeah. Probably a little open on the, but for a right-hander's hack, won't be able to see very much of it. Should be allowed to have a designated left-hander on every team.
Right, that's right.
Just come in for I don't know, 6 shots a game or something, or 4 shots a game. This would be a good one for a left-hander. Carter Lautner now trying to play the little hit on the yellow and the edge of the forefoot. Looking for probably a hack to board weight shot here.
And
Yeah, you can see,
happened to rub the guard. This looks good, though.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it gets it right out of the rings. That's a really good shot. Good touch.
Yeah,
well managed.
Yeah, he looked like you could see probably about 2 inches of it, maybe. Something like that, and couldn't have thrown any more weight. So the same call now. Jordan Tardy will be asked to throw the exact same shot. They can go a little deeper if they have to get it buried. It's just a matter of whether or not it's got enough weight to let them do that. I think the last one they took it about as far as they could take it. This one looks pretty good as well. If they can sneak it by, they just need to
just rubbed it. Yeah.
Bit. Holy cow, that was so close. I thought it was by, actually. Gonna see it here as it comes in. Just looks like it's gonna maybe just sneak by and just at the last second just rubs ever so slightly.
Yeah.
And rolls into the open. So, Tristan Steinke now will be looking to remove that yellow one. Sit right there would be a pretty good place. Coming up, it's going to hit it right on the nose, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good shot.
Yeah. Options are starting to run thin here.
They really are, yeah.
For Ryan Jacques and his team here.
It's back to looking at this intern draw. I think it's there, Terry, but I think it's just really, really difficult. You got to buy the outside one by basically nothing.
Yeah, I think it's there by raising the yellow one in like that. Wow, that's not a lot of room, man.
No.
especially since you have to hold it out for so long. You have to
Yeah.
almost paper that top guard.
Yeah. No,
They're going to give her a go.
Yeah. Well, if they don't get by and they manage to touch the yellow that's closer to the center line, move it out of the way a little bit, and roll away far enough, then they might be able to open up for the next shot. But I just tried to clean that piece of whatever that guy picked up off my computer screen. So is he going to make this? He's going to be by the outside one, but I don't know that he's got enough to get by the inside one. So I think by looking at that, I would say that it's a possibility, or was a possibility, but it was hard. Now I think it's a little bit better. He moved it over a hair, but the problem is the other team is going to go that way now too. So
yeah, exactly. They're going to beat you in there.
Yeah.
There was just no room for error at all.
No, for sure. He went by the outside one by quite a bit, so that's why I figured it was probably there, but not easy for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Stinky now will look to play the in-turn draw, same shot. Just a little tiny bit more room now. He'll go by, but he's deep.
Yeah.
Not that deep. Dug in pretty good. I thought it was going to be a big 8.
Just a rock too heavy.
So Ryan Jacques has to be thankful here. He's got an opportunity. That one had stopped up there at the top of the top side of the bird sort of thing by the Y. That would have been a very, very difficult shot for Ryan Perrant now, and now he has an opportunity. He's playing the same shot he just played. Really needs to make this one if they're going to have any shot at getting much out of this end.
Yeah, I think this potentially is a make or break shot.
Yeah. It's going to be okay for line if he gets to curl. He needs it to curl now.
It's going to roll off a bit, but the shot rock, that's a good start of the process.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Looks like maybe, I don't know if it's getting a little flat in the middle or something, but they are dying
hard, yeah.
Dying more than they were before when they're coming into that center area. So, but that's fine. They deal with that lots of times. So, talking about a couple things here, they could probably take a run at the yellow for sure if they wanted, and he was also indicating you could go above it. To make the draw for a couple. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, and I mean, just the way the rocks are situated, I mean, that one yellow way off to the side there, that's kind of a cornered guard. I mean, that's really the only run-in rock that they have. So, I mean, if you're Team Vavrek, I mean, you can't be, that concerned if you give up one here. So if you choke this off, and I don't know how Team Jacques gets a second counter in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I don't. I don't think so either. I think it's like it's going to be virtually impossible for them to get the second one in there. That's why you got to be careful here. You don't do something. I say this all the time, but you got to be careful here. You don't do something that makes their opportunity better.
Yeah, well, as I told you there that one night, that you don't want to activate their offense.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Or fuel their offense.
Fuel there, yeah. I knew it. Yeah, it was a good-looking shot.
Yeah, this is real good.
He might even have got shot.
Might even be shot, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's that's really been the difference. The second half of the game is when you stop and really think about it, Daylan Vavrek has found his draw weight, and Ryan Jacques' draw weight has eluded him.
Yeah, and sometimes good fortune follows you, and it's
Yes.
even on that shot. I don't think there was any plan on getting shot rock on that. And when it
Right.
hit, nobody even, not that there was a lot of room to do so, but nobody put a broom down to try to maybe move that yellow one back to be shot, so red would be shot. But yet they
Yep.
end up with shot anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, that normally happens. Normally, when you're playing better than the other team, you're also usually the one that gets the breaks. It doesn't usually go the other way.
I
It
know.
feels that way, anyways.
Yeah.
That's a big difference there because, admittedly, Ryan was going to have a hard time ever figuring out how to get 2, but he was just about guaranteed 1, so he would have been, down 1 coming home without probably. But now he might be down 3 coming home with, but down 3's much tougher, I think. He's going to try to angle this one over. Man, I'll tell you what, this is a hard shot. You got to hit this really skinny. He's got to hit probably less of the rock than where his broom is. You know what I mean? Like, if he throws that at the broom and it doesn't fall, I think he just doesn't have enough ice.
You're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel when you're forced into these shots.
Yeah. Worst shot if you could ever make it, though. Got some weight on it. Oh, he's close. You know that?
Close, eh?
Wow, he didn't hit it a little too thin. I didn't think it would.
Yeah, I didn't think that was possible, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's a great try by Ryan Jacques, but if it ever curled up just a little tiny bit, hit another millimeter or something of it, that would have been probably enough to make it. Although you can see it, hitting it that thin, he would have hit a little more, so it would have had a little more oomph on it, I guess. It would have had enough weight maybe to move the red, but...
Well, the fact that they're talking about tapping the red, I think yellow must be shot.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And if we can get another look at the overhead, I think you'll see that the yellow one is kind of just touching the button, and the red one isn't.
Okay.
Thanks,
You might be right.
Jimmy, I'm a skip. I'm always right, dude.
I know, but I am too, and one of us got to be wrong.
Oh, well, okay.
You know what? I don't know. I think it might be yellow. It is possible it's yellow. I just and like you say, given that he's going to try to bump it a little bit, he might play that shot no matter what. But the fact he's going to play that shot, maybe is a good indication that the yellow is shot rock.
Well, I mean, if he was, I don't think you play the bump because, if you ever roll off on it.
It's number 2, yeah. He sure doesn't have to bump it very far, so that's gonna.
No, and they're gonna bump it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 100% sure that yellow was shot at the time. But again, he's found his draw weight big time. Daylan.
That was just a perfect weight shot. Didn't have to touch it. They just had to, slide down with it, tap, and it's there. So, you got it going pretty good here, yeah. And Ryan Jacques, I think, has, for all intents and purposes, no shot.
No shot.
But he's got, I think all he's got to me when I see it is the red above the E in frequency, the red on the yellow, and onto the red to maybe score 1. That's the only thing I see, Terry.
And I don't even see that. I know the shot you're talking about, but I don't see how it's possible that you move that red one anywhere.
No. Well, that's the problem. I don't know if you can move it far enough either, but I don't know what else you play. So I can't figure out. None of those guards are really available to run back because they're
no.
They're over.
And you got nothing that's of the yellow color there that's going to help you.
No, exactly.
I honestly don't think there's a shot. Prove me wrong, Ryan. Because they're welded there.
Yeah.
That yellow one's spilling off of the red anyway, and the red's just going nowhere.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. It doesn't go far enough for you to score. If you can do, I think you can get the yellow one if you can line it up. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can hit the yellow one. I mean, if they were lined up, I'd say it's possible. But the fact that they're not lined up and you're driving something into a rock that has
catcher there in the back.
Yeah.
I'll get close anyway so we can see what it looks like. That'd be good.
Exactly. This is your hope and prayer shot.
This is going to curl too much, I think. Yeah. Just curled up a little bit too much and looks like a steal of, I don't know, just one, I think.
One,
was it?
Yeah, it was just one.
Okay, so we have a steal of one for Team Vavrek, and they will take a 8-5 lead to the final end here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series event. Beaumont Curling Club will be back after the break.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts charity bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
So we're back for the 8th and probably final end of this game here between Ryan Jacques and Daylan Vavrek. And Terry, we got a few scores from the other games around the sheets there.
Yeah, we do. We've got Chase Sinnett from Minneapolis, Minnesota, defeating Andrew Dunbar 4-2. We've got Jamie Cooey from Yellowknife, defeating Dwayne Romanchuk 7-4. The score of this game is Vavrek 8 and Jacques 5. And we have Scott Manners from Edmonton, Alberta, leading. Oh, that's a final now by the looks of it. Defeated Cole Adams 8-6.
Thank you. So we're a few rocks in here as we get going, and it's you can see the one corner guard up already for Team Jacques, and it's in a pretty good spot. Ethan Drysdale will try to put one on the other side. Down 3, you're pretty much going to need 2 corner guards to make it work. And he does a good job of getting that one in play. Maybe a little bit long. Both of them are probably a little bit long, but certainly that one's a little bit maybe too long.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen probably more threes than I would have ever expected in the last end of an 8-end game. Sometimes to tie, sometimes to win it. Uh,
Yeah.
I know we on last weekend we were in our Sunday morning qualifying game. We were down 3 coming home, and we got our 3, and then won it in the extra end. So anything's possible because you tend to have a lot of rocks in play.
Yeah, the rules the way they are now. It's difficult to not end up with a lot of rocks in play, especially
Hmm.
for anything other than the very top level teams that can make multiple double peels and run backs and all that kind of stuff. But the hardest thing is you get the 2 guards up, which is the first thing you got to do, and then you got to come around them and then figure out how you get rid of all the other rocks. Sometimes it's
Hmm.
difficult, but anyway, you got to start somewhere, and that's what they're doing. So
Well, let's be honest, you need help.
yeah, you need a little bit of luck for sure.
Sometimes it's just a matter of the team calling the wrong shot. But again, when I think of that call, I mean, it just it kind of defies the logic.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to, I think anyway, be playing any kind of weight shot. You got 5 rocks in play, and like you say, I mean, yeah, you have to get rid of those 2 rocks that are red colored, that are one in the 8-foot, one in the 4-foot. But now's not the time to be removing them, and now's the time to be going behind your rocks.
Yeah, definitely too early for sure. So, and got very unfortunate that he just got the rub and not he didn't just squeak by. If he'd squeaked by, he would have been okay. And
Hmm.
at least to the
See,
point.
again, I don't understand this shot, really.
No. No, I'll probably come around. That little short red one would have been a better call for sure. But
I think so.
short and tidy now. We'll try to make that hit and roll. It's going to be got a chance if it doesn't curl too much on him. Definitely needs a roll, and it's just so hard to make a 4.5 foot roll or whatever that is. So, not good
Well,
trying.
yeah, and again, by playing the hit and not getting the perfect roll, like it's wide open, like to me, you're helping the other team.
Yeah.
When you think about it, after 5 rocks were thrown, we had 5 rocks in play. We've not, increased or decreased that amount.
Yeah. So the outturn hit now for Team Vavrek's second stone. Looks like he's okay here. Good shot. Carter Lautner. A reminder to everybody that we are here for the playoff round tomorrow, and we'll have coverage of the quarterfinals and semifinals and finals of both this event and also the mixed doubles event in North Bay. We are covering this weekend as well. The Montana's mixed doubles event. Which thanks to a couple of sponsors here for sure as well. Tim's Ice Making and Manufacturing, rather, and obviously Hack2House Curling Equipment. Both pretty big sponsors, regular sponsors of the Alberta Curling Series. And it takes all of those guys to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So the outturn draw now for Ryan Perrant. Working it over. It's going to roll in front of the other one. Might actually end up in a really nice spot.
Yeah, it does.
Not exactly sure what the call was there, but anyway, that's probably trying to get a little more curl and get a little bit, tap that one back. But regardless of that, that one rolled right onto the Hunter's Earth tooth in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But half a rock removes everything, and Ryan Jakes is rapidly running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan Stanky now. Nicely done.
Yeah, very well done. So now you got to count all three, Ryan.
Yeah, pretty tough going right now. It's just come down to the one on the side. And one thing about it, you're pretty sure he's going to go after it because he's not going to do anything but that up 3. So if you can get it in the right place, who knows, you might buy a little bit of a nose hit or stick it on the corner somewhere. But for now, I got to get it over there. The line looks pretty good on this, actually. If he can get by, he's got to get by, though. That one, he does. Just a smidge heavy.
Yeah, I don't think you're hiding.
No, that one's wide open.
A shot there. I mean, it looks wide open.
That had stopped just a foot or foot and a half shorter. Would have been interesting because it would have been a little bit buried. And like I say, I'm pretty sure the Vavrek would have still made a play on it. And, would have been a little bit more interesting. But open hit to win the game here for Daylan Vavrek. And a spot in probably the semifinals, but certainly a spot in the playoffs. At 3-0. This one looks fine.
No shortage of weight.
No. Nice to be able to throw it that hard, that easy, but
yeah.
So that ends this one, and after an optimistic start to the game for Ryan Jacques, just kind of fell apart a little bit after the 4-ender, and they will drop to 2-1 and still be in the hunt for a spot in the playoffs. I just don't know exactly how that works out. So you might have to wait till tomorrow to find that out, or check on curlingscores.com, or Curling Scores, I did that again, curlingzone.com a little bit later, and you might see the results there and who's playing who tomorrow. So that was the day, Terry. But what did you think about that one?
For me, it was just a tale of 2 4-end games. Team Jacques won the first 4 ends, and it seemed rather convincing. They were up 5-2, and then the second 4-end game, Team Vavrek took it to Team Jacques, and that 4-ender obviously was key. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was, Daylan really bailed out his team. It started in the first end, and then he just got stronger as the game wore on. And unfortunately for Team Jacques, I think Ryan certainly kind of lost the handle on draw weight, and that's the story. 2 4-end games, and Team Vavrek won the latter half of the 4-end games.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're definitely the stronger team in the second half, and it paid off with a win here and a trip to tomorrow. So that ends things for us for tonight, and we will be back tomorrow to see you tomorrow, and hopefully you'll be able to tune in and take in the action.
For sure.
So for Terry Corbin, for Jaiden Bishop in production, I'm Jim Nix, and we'll sign off further tonight.
Take care, people.
Curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline, Join the revolution.